welcome to Razzmatazz with Rashi. And today we have with us Mayura Amarkant. She's an author, a blogger, she's into a digital strategist, and she has also come up with a few books that has been praised internationally. So we'll talk about a lot more about all of these things in this episode. So welcome, Mayura.
Thank you, Rashi, for having me on your show. It's a great honor to be on an award-winning show. And it's really nice of you to include me in this very, very elite list.
My pleasure. So how are you? And tell us about yourself, tell this new audience about yourself.
So a lot of people ask me, Mayura Amarkant ke naam kaise aaya? So I was... naam se start karte. Naam is the biggest identity. So yes. I was married to Amarkant Jain. I am married to Amarkant Jain. Okay. And he is called Happy. Okay. Everybody calls him Happy. Mere shadi ke card mein bhi Happy likha hua tha. Oh. So Mayura weds Amarkant bracket Happy because everybody knew Happy. And I'm a Christian with a parent who's a Marathi Protestant. My father is Marathi Protestant Christian. Okay. My mother is Gujarati Jain. Oh. And I was getting married to a Hindi community Jain. Okay. Okay. So those days, 20 years ago, there was all kind of arguments about make it Mayura Makasare Jain, Mayura Jain Makasare. And I said, I'm still going to be Christian. So attaching another religion to my name would be confusing. But at the same time, I didn't want to get into family feud, Makasare pehle aayega ke Jain pehle aayega. Wo tension nahi chahiye tha. So I chose to use the name, take the name of the man I love and the man with whom I decided to spend my entire life, and that is Amarkant. So that is why it is Mayura Amarkant. So that's...
In short, Mayura is happy.
Mayura is always happy, Mayura married happy so that she can be
that's
happy.
What.
So this is a trivia which people don't know. Rest, so they can obviously go to my...
they can Google
and LinkedIn.
So this is
and all that.
Exclusively for your video interview.
Exclusively for you.
Nice.
So yeah, about myself, I am a mother of two. My son is 16 years old. My daughter is 7. She'll turn 8 in October. And I'm a happy lady who loves her work. I don't do anything that I don't like.
Yeah.
I have a small agency called Sarvashresh Solutions. It's into digital solutions, which I run with my husband, Amarkant. And we won 2 awards recently.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you so much. One was for event excellence and the other one was for the best digital agency. Both were given by the Lokmat Group. It was great to win those awards because when we started the entrepreneurship journey, people made a lot of fun of us because we went from client side to agency side.
Okay.
Normally the shift is ulta. Yeah. People go from agency to client. We went from client to agency. I also blog, like you already know. Diary of an Insane Writer is my blog. Yeah. And yes, I've written a few books. I've written around 2 books which are non-fiction prior to this. I also wrote a book of poems and much before this. And I also edited a coffee table book for a theatre group.
Nice.
Now, 2 of my books are in the market. So I'm going to do marketing now.
Yes.
This is my
yeah. This year's book is? The recent book is? It's all about love, something like that.
Yeah. No. It must have been love. So this is the book that got published and the one which got international appreciation. It's called Trapped in Heaven and other short stories. It's got 9 short stories.
So it's all fiction then?
All fiction. I love writing fiction.
Yeah.
It allows me to de-stress. In fact, a lot of people tell me, time kaise milta hai? But whenever I'm extremely stressed, that's when I can write a story and feel de-stressed. So
that's a blessing.
Yeah. And the recent book which you must have read is called It Must Have Been Love. So wo wala maine likha during my COVID isolation. Okay. So and I was so and I'm a very happy person, like so being in one room all alone, okay, I love my company. All right.
Yeah, great.
But the issue is during COVID times, all of us were only facing negativity. Even friends, sometimes out of the niceness of their heart, they would say things like were really scary.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was very scary.
Because everybody was going through those situations, you know, everywhere it was different.
Yeah.
Pandemic has made given us negative thoughts.
Yeah. So I was, and it's in a room, even though you like your own company, you still want to divert all your energy somewhere, which is positive. So I dated this book, which is unique. I did not know that this concept is very unique, but I just did it. I wrote a story of 1990s. It's a love story.
Yeah.
And at every juncture, I interspersed it with poems. So it's poetry and prose together.
Nice.
So the characters are Keshav and Meera. Keshav is the boy, and Meera is the girl who falls in love with him. But Keshav mysteriously just disappears from her life. So at every juncture in their friendship, so they were best friends, and how the friendship blossomed. And at every place where she felt some or the other emotion, I interspersed them with poems.
Okay.
So it's received good feedback. Dog Chatter ke jo beta reading
yeah.
humne ki thi.
Yeah, it's been receiving nice reviews. Even the previous book, Trapped in Heaven, both have received nice reviews.
It's very humbling. I feel good that people like what I write. Because I actually don't think much while writing. I just write what comes to my heart. And after I finish writing, then I think that, so for the blog, when I write, I think of my audience. But when I write fiction, I don't really think of the audience. I think of the story.
Yeah, so, that's important. You know? You build your own story and then you can market that. People will love that.
Yeah. So
how did writing happen? Like you started as a hobby, or when did you start writing?
So again, I'll give you something which nobody knows.
Yeah. Okay, audience, one more exclusive content for you.
Yeah. So I was born in a house which was a Christian household. Even though my mom was Gujarati Jain, my entire upbringing has been Protestant Christian. So Protestant Christians are people who read a lot. Okay, so I had a grandfather who was at one time a lawyer. He was also a politician, and then he turned into a priest. He passed away as a pastor, and he was very well read. So he spent a lot of time with me when he was there, and he groomed me a lot. So my entire expression, the way I speak, the way I carry myself, the way I write, is all thanks to him. So the first piece of writing that you asked me was at the age of 7.
Oh, great.
School में एक छोटा सा competition था, तो उसके पहले I used to scribble things and Baba, that is my granddad, used to keep checking it and make me read it. Table पे खड़ा करके मुझे बोलते थे कि आप
presentation
बोलो, हाँ, potato के बारे में बोलो, tomato के बारे में बोलो, that kind of thing. And I had to make my own scripts and all. But the first breakthrough that I remember is at the age of 7, school में they had asked us to write a story. Okay. And I came up with this story of a hippo. And the hippo was talking to the class, and one naughty child just stood up and said, "Hippo, Hippolin." That time, Hippolin was a very famous washing powder brand. Okay. We use that at home. So very humorous, and it got published in the school magazine.
Oh, and, nice!
As the most funny story.
It got published at the age of 7.
Yeah, that was my first publication. And I still remember my grandfather was like, he opened a magazine and he looked at it, and niche likha tha Mayura. That time I was Makasare, to 2B mein thi main. 2B mein thi. I still remember. And he said that, you know, this is just the first one.
Yeah, just the beginning.
I get goosebumps, you know, whenever I remember that statement, that he just said this one line for me. And I still, you know, get very emotional when I remember that. And today here we are where we are. So that was my first publication.
Yeah, that helps a lot, you know, your upbringing and the kind of environment you get at your home. Those things help a lot.
So I had a lot of diaries. Abhi to wo diaries kahin kho gayi, lekin बड़ा थप्पी था मेरे पास जिसमें मैं हर poems लिखती थी, philosophical pieces लिखती थी, because he just told me don't stop now.
Yes.
That line that he said that this is just the first one just made me realize that I have to just keep writing.
True.
So I recall so many of my works which I have written, but I don't have them.
Yeah. So that is how you started your blog. Like, when did you begin with your blog then? No, and tell us about your blog name also. That is also a very different one.
Yeah, the blog is called Diary of an Insane Writer.
Yeah. How did you come up with that?
So when I was so I told you that I completed my MBA, and I wrote one piece on the emotions of an ocean. Okay. And that got published in Midday for the first time.
Oh, nice.
And I was super thrilled about it, and I showed it to my boss who was there at that time. I won't name him, but at that time I showed it to my boss, and he just sent a post-it on it saying, "I don't understand anything." Okay. And later on, and it was published. Okay. So I felt very bad. I felt, how can you not understand? You're my mentor, you're my boss and all. But I think that is his way of making me feel, you know, that I need to do better. And in a lot of forums, a lot of people called me crazy. So I've been brought up with that thing of, you know, being called crazy by my friends, by my family.
That's how insane came.
That's how insane came, and I'm very proud of being insane. And when I got rejected by 16 publishers for my first book, which is still not published, I'm going to be publishing it after I establish myself as a writer. That's when I decided to start my blog with this name, saying Diary of an Insane Writer. Even that time, people laughed at me. And they said, "Sab tumko pagal samjhenge." I said, "Theek hai na, abhi bhi samajhte hi hai pagal." So I'm okay.
When did you start your blog?
I don't remember the exact date, but I think around 7-8 years ago.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's quite. So I started my blog, then I stopped in between, and then I started again.
So what do you write about in your blog? Like, you follow a niche, or what is it about?
So अब जब शुरू किया था तब पता नहीं था niche होना चाहिए.
And not necessary.
So I'm very glad that they've given us this niche called lifestyle. You know, lifestyle के अंदर सब कुछ आ जाता है. So I write about health. I write about fitness. Health and fitness is very close to my heart. So I write about that. I also write about causes I support. I write about products, reviews, books, basically anything that touches my heart. So at present, I'm doing this whole series with Mumbai Authors Club, which is a group of senior journalists and writers, which is promoted by one of the top journalists in India. And now they are writing reviews about each other's books. And those I'm getting them published on my blog. Nice. There's no money exchange or anything. It's just a platform that I'm providing. So Diary of an Insane Writer ultimately is the vision is that it's going to become a platform for insane writing. So these are all steps in those directions. So any kind of writing which is out of the box and different, that's what I write on. One reason why I don't make a lot of money from my blog is because I don't write what I don't believe in. So a lot of people come to me with hamara ye product
reviews and
ye karke do, and I say no, because I feel that I have a steady fan following which believes in me.
True.
And lot of people, like, I did one review. So if it's a product, so I did one review of some oil, face glow boosting oil, and I know that when I went to the club, my friends bought it. Okay, they said, "Arey, wo oil I have bought, I show you and how to use it and all that." So I know that people listen when I write. Sorry,
they take it seriously. Whatever you recommend.
Take it seriously. So what do I write?
Then it becomes a responsibility also. What we are writing.
It becomes a responsibility, and then I feel that online world maybe I cannot hide behind my computer anymore. My phone number is public. My address is public. I'm seen at public events.
Yeah.
So how can I fool anybody? Even if I was in a private world, I can still not fool anybody.
Yeah.
So
you shouldn't.
Yeah. So on my blog, I am very careful what I write. Even on my handles, I keep posting whatever I believe in.
Which is
so
good.
You will, yeah. You may not see me in a lot of these trends. I'm not seen in trends because I don't believe in being part of the herd.
Yeah.
That's gone against me also many times because paisa kam aata hai.
Yeah, that is one setback, but it's fine. We can always stick to what we want to do.
Yeah, that's the reason. For my money, I have my agency, no? I earn money from there.
Yeah.
So I'm okay.
True.
I would rather use Diary of an Insane Writer as a place for credible information. So,
and you have good amount of readers there. You don't have to give any fake reviews or do such things.
No. I'm very blessed that way that I have
people are already loving what you're writing.
Yeah.
So coming back to your book, like when did you start your book? Like how much time do you take to finish?
So
is there a message that you want to convey? What is it?
Yeah, so actually I have around like those, I told you I had written those hard copies and I don't have them. A couple of years ago, I found around 200 of my poems. Okay, on some computer hard disk somewhere, I found 200 of my poems. And then when I looked at them, I said, yeah. And I looked at them and I said, "Arey yaar, isme change karna hai." So I started revising them. Yeah, I started editing them, and then मेरा जो सबसे बड़ा critic है वो मेरा बेटा है. Okay. My son is my biggest critic. Even my first book, he helped me edit it. Even my second book, he's helped me edit it. So
nice.
I've dedicated my second book to him because of the kind of feedback he gives me. So out of those 200, I chose 32 poems. Okay. And I rewrote them.
Okay.
And I rewrote them, and because I had a lot of time during COVID isolation, I dated the story also because I felt that sirf poem likh ke uska background na dekhe, it's difficult for a person to interpret what is the author saying, what is the poet trying to say. So I gave the background of Meera and Keshav. Okay. And their whole story and how they progress towards love and then breakup. The message that I wanted to give to everybody is it's okay. It's okay. That was the message. It must have been love, but it's okay. It's fine. Because everyone on this earth, okay, has a first love and has had a
breakup. Yeah.
Okay. And many people I know carry this through their life. And which is why towards the end, if you've read the book, towards the end, both of them get married to different people and both of them are happy.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, there is a twang in the heart when that name comes up in the conversation.
Yeah. But these things happen in real life. They'll be able to relate to it. There's so many hidden stories.
That's
Would
what,
you like to read a few lines
I
from your book?
You want me to read? Wait a minute. Yeah. So again, this is the first time I'm going to do this. I'm going to read out something from my book. It's a very emotional moment for me. So the story of Meera and Keshav, and it must have been love, is Meera is a tomboy. Okay. And she loves to, dress up in jeans and a t-shirt or a shirt and, tie a knot like Amitabh Bachchan used to. And, that's how her whole character has been established. And she meets Keshav for the first time at a lunch.
Okay.
And that's the first time in her life she borrows a lipstick from a friend, goes to the bathroom and applies lipstick. Okay. And she's so mesmerized by him that, she turns into this person who's suddenly very, very coy and very aware of herself. She discovers the woman in her when she meets him for the first time.
Okay.
So when I wrote this poem, it's something which I feel a lot of girls would, relate to.
Yeah.
And at the same time, boy would look at it and say that itna pyar thodi karte hain, infatuation mein. So she feels a magical fondness. Okay. So the name of the poem is Magical Fondness. And should I read it now?
Yeah, please.
Whenever I miss you, I look up at the clear blue sky and pray for your happiness from morning till night. When the harbinger of darkness announces night, I pray for your well-being in the twilight. Gazing into the sky, I wish at each falling star, trusting you are missing me from some place afar. At dawn, when a feather settles at the window, I ask if it has arrived from beyond the rainbow. Sparrows dance at my window in the morning sunlight. I ask them to carry my message on their next flight. Do they perch at your window every afternoon? Ballads of my love, do they loudly croon? When the wind blows and brushes my cheek, I ask it to go and touch your lotus feet. Know that next time you look up at the sky, I too will be looking somewhere nearby. If you hear leaves rustling and birds singing, they could be my cries of yearning. The gentle breeze that is playing with your hair is proclaiming my undying love prayer. Henceforward, if you miss me, just look around you. Everywhere you will find my love that is true.
How beautiful.
So it's exactly what I told you, I guess. लड़की इतना प्यार में है, लड़का अगर देख रहा है तो लड़का बोलेगा यार ये तो what happened to her, you know. I got attracted to this very brash young bold girl, and she's suddenly turned into a mouse. But
it's such a nice idea that you have, you know, given in your book, like with prose and poetry together. It must be a nice read. So where do you get the inspiration to write from? You
know? Now, this question has been asked to me many times, but honestly, so my life is about moments, okay? And my life is about finding happiness in every moment, okay? So I've surrounded myself with so much love, okay? With my friends, with my family, my children. So I'm always in this state of, even if there are things which are not going good, see, everybody has problems in their life. It's not like my life is superb and there are no problems. There are problems, but what happens is, because of even the clients that we choose for my agency, we are very careful on whom we want to work with. Okay. So as a result of which, we've surrounded ourselves with only positive people. Negative hua, bada client hua, to bhi goodbye, tata, namaste. You know, that's what we do. So my inspiration comes from all these people with whom I have meaningful conversations. Okay. So even if it's my 7-year-old, okay, I have conversations with her ever since she started talking in her own little world. In fact, I'm writing a book with her also, which is completely her idea. Yeah, it's her idea. It's about a brother and sister.
Nice.
So yeah, and how they go on different adventures. So I'm writing a book with her. And whether it is my 7-year-old daughter, or it is my 75-year-old mother-in-law, or my father-in-law, I ensure that I have a lot of meaningful conversations with them. So when you are in a position that you want to listen, okay, and converse, conversation is always 2 ways. So the way you are listening to me, that's why I'm talking so much. So people end up talking a lot with me. Okay, because I'm a good listener. Okay. So when they speak to me, they tell me a lot of things which may not come across in a normal conversation. So somebody would talk to me about what happened in Himachal Pradesh 20 years ago, जो normally कोई सुनना नहीं चाहता है, but मैं सुनना चाहती हूँ क्योंकि उसमें मुझे story दिखती है. ठीक है, and मुझे उसमें से inspiration मिलता है. हर चीज में मेरे आसपास जो लोग हैं, Rashi, you need to come and meet all of them actually someday. They are so inspirational. Everybody around me, all my friends, family, everyone. So there's a story behind everything, and that's what inspires me. And another thing I also do is I spend a lot of time thinking about my story. Okay. In the positive way, not in the day ke main ye likh paungi ke nahi. But like for example, I'm writing for one international anthology right now.
Okay.
And it's a story about a father and a daughter. Okay. The day I put it on paper, it will take me 2 hours. But I will take 15 days to live with that father and daughter.
True.
So I live with my characters. So if you tell me what inspires me, people around me, second is my characters. So I live with them. I talk to them.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually talk to them. I have conversations with them. Say, this is what your father wants to do. I tell the daughter. So the father and daughter are there. So I talk to the daughter and say, this is what your father has thought of. What do you think about it? He's going to take you to the jungle.
Yeah. So, it also helps in getting the conversation flow. Like when you're reading it out loud or when you're talking, like you're saying, you talk with your characters, you come up with nice conversation. Even when you're writing.
Yeah, I live with them. I eat dinner, lunch, khana, pina, everything with them. I'm in love with all my characters. So if you tell me about Meera, somewhere Meera is inside me today. There's Keshav inside me. From it must have been love.
Yeah.
My new stories that are coming up, each character is with me. So they inspire me. They tell me.
So that's the biggest inspiration then.
Yeah. तुम ऐसे कैसे लिख सकते हो मेरे बारे में? This is not what I am.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's how I.
So apart from writing, what is it that do you follow any passion or any hidden talents that we don't know?
Talent, I don't know whether it is a talent.
Maybe a passion.
Passion. So I love sports. I'm a sports person. So till the COVID lockdown, I used to play throw ball and cricket, and I used to run marathons. Now that the lockdown took place, because of social distancing being possible, I play cricket more often than anything else.
Okay.
In fact, I have a match coming up now. And I play cricket. My husband coaches us.
Oh, great.
Yeah. And it's fun because I have a team of really nice players. I'm not a very great player, but they say I'm a good captain. But my players are amazing. I practice with them. They take out time from their busy schedules. We practice. It's fun, and it helps me keep my fitness going. Second,
so it's like you're a part of a community or like just with friends? How do you form the team?
So I have one team called Smashing Divas. We play tournaments across Mumbai.
Okay.
Then the next match that is coming up is a mixed gender tournament where we are boys and girls playing. Couples are playing. That team is called Das Ka Dam. Those are only friends who are playing together.
Okay.
But not any community as such. We have a club called Goregaon Sports Club here. It's the biggest club in North Bombay. So I practice with all my friends in the club. There are around 120 ladies who play cricket in the club.
Oh, great.
So जो भी आ जाता है खेलने के लिए हम खेल लेते हैं. So
nice. It's refreshing and good for your health also, fitness wise. And you also write on fitness.
So that's my passion. Another passion that I have is creating. So last 3 years I've been creating the Ganesh idol at home.
Okay.
Yeah.
The clay idol.
The clay idol. I make it at home. And in fact, now is the time for me to order the matti and everything because it's eco-friendly. And then what I do is after that in December, out of the same idol, I make the crib for Jesus.
Oh, okay. Nice.
I told you I'm Christian.
Yeah.
So I pray at the idol. I don't pray to the idol. If God is there in everything. So we keep Ganesh ji at our house last 20 years. And last 3 years I've been making the idol on my own. And then when the Visarjan happens, the same
you keep that clay.
Yeah, the same clay is used to create the nativity of Jesus. So there's Joseph and everything.
Such a nice idea.
So that's my way, and that's my way of telling my kids that God is in everything.
Yes, and God is one.
Yeah, and God is one. So yeah,
that's really good.
Baki to, I mean, keeps on going on life. So yeah.
Good. Okay, so we'll end this episode with one fun question to you. So like if one day you wake up as some other blogger or writer or some other friend, who would that be and what would you do?
Hey Bhagwan. Now,
So
you
sure.
know, this question is tough, not because I don't want to take a single name, because मुझे वो चीज का डर नहीं है कि somebody will feel bad or anything.
Yeah.
People know who I am and I know how people are. But the issue is I like qualities from every blogger.
Yeah.
So अलग-अलग ब्लॉगर से मुझे अलग-अलग चीजें पसंद आती है. So अगर 15 ब्लॉगर्स का नाम लूंगी तो हर दिन मुझे एक-एक बनना पड़ेगा and it will be very interesting for me.
Every day waking up as somebody else.
Yeah, I don't know if they would like that, but I would love it. I would love to one day be somebody like Sweet Anu. Sweet Anu is Anaita Irani. She's a veteran blogger, and I love her zest for life. Okay, she's an online and offline match. So if you meet her offline also, she is very happy, bubbly.
Okay.
And online also, she's the same. She blogs about food, fashion, lifestyle, and I love her. So I would like to be her one day when, you know, I have all those exciting things in my life to share. And yeah, there are many others. There is Noor Anand Chawla, who I love her because of the way she portrays herself. You know, the way she carries herself in public, as well as you know, even if it's an ordinary Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
I want to see what Noor is doing. You know, I want to see that because she's, of course, a good writer, but she's actually adapted herself very well.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's so many names that are coming to mind. There is Roma Gupta Sinha.
Yes.
I love her for her energy. I love the way she's, you know, battling so many things on the personal front with her health. But her writing is so beautiful.
True. Very inspiring.
Her recent book is a love thriller. So I reviewed it and then I made my son read it. And my son, like I told you, he's my biggest critic. So he had only nice things to talk about Roma. I said, what the hell, you know, my book ko you know, you tear it apart, but in Roma's book, you're just in love with her.
And Roma is like she's coming up with a book every year. She writes really well.
Every year, and she's like wine, you know, she's getting better and better with age. So that's, I love her for it. Then there is Varsha and there's Ruchi. I love them for their growth. Sonal Meenal, the way they have grown from where they started. So when I met Varsha a few years ago, she was only doing product reviews, and today she has a full-fledged lifestyle health and fitness blog.
Fitness, true.
Fitness she's got into, and you know how she has actually transformed herself. It's amazing. Ruchi also. Ruchi used to be a homemaker, and that time her blog was called For Foodie Family.
Okay.
Now it's called Wiggling Pen. But I know her from
from those days.
Those days. And I remember the first show that she came for was the show which I was doing social media for, the Javed Ali show at Delhi.
Nice.
So I used to talk to her on the phone. She said, "Nahi, मैं Navi Mumbai में रहती हूँ, मैं Worli कैसे आऊँ?" So I said, "You don't worry, I'll get you tickets for your husband and your kids." And
but you come.
She came, you come. So she came with them, and he's so supportive. And he's kind of like my husband, because my husband also very supportive towards me. Then अभी कितने हैं यार, कितने सारे नाम हैं. There's Deepika.
हो गया, वो एक वीक का तो हो गया.
Deepa Gandhi, there's Amrita Mishra. हर एक का मुझे कुछ ना कुछ पसंद है. Chinmay Gayatri Sahu. You know, then there is Priyal Poddar. So all of them, of course, they're all hardworking, and of course they have great blogs and all. But there are these certain qualities which, you know,
that attract people.
Just set them apart from the others. You know, they're in a league of their own. So if you ask me after this interview, I'll tell you 15 more names.
Offline
I have so many names, and I keep learning from all of them. And like I told you a while before, I choose, you know. मैं सबको follow नहीं करती हूँ, मैं सबका देखती हूँ. But जिसका मुझे लगता है, there's like Amrita's blogs are so honest, you know, she has so much to talk about, but वो हमेशा ऐसा ही लिखती है जो मुझे लगता है यार this was a question in my head, she's answered it.
Yeah.
So every blogger has their own skills, so
there's something to learn from all of them, all the names that you have taken.
हाँ, so 15 नहीं, मुझे लग रहा है 30 bloggers
हो गया, 2 weeks का तो हो गया. Every day you're waking up as somebody else.
हाँ, every day I'll wake up as one blogger, and I would love the way to learn how they keep creating every day. Like during COVID, there were times when I just did not want to write anything.
Yeah, it has happened to so many of us.
Yeah, and इन लोग सबसे मैं सबका blog subscribe करके रखा है. So whenever I was like little down or something, and I used to open and say, "Arey, oh wow, she's written about this." Oh. So even in male bloggers, yeah, that reminds me, Manas hai. I love Manas's poetries. I just love them.
True.
Then Paresh hai, Atul Maharaj hai, and Sanjay Thampi. These 4 are my favorite.
Okay.
If I have to grow up, if I have to get up in the morning in order, I would want to get up in the morning and be Atul one day. I'm in love with his smile and his attitude.
Yes. So, ever charming.
Very charming, very charming. So, you know, boys, if you're watching this, I'm already taken.
Yeah,
so,
I really hope all of them are watching this.
I just hope so, but I admire your blogs. And any blogger I've missed out, you know, maybe I'll give you a list later. But itne sare hai, and each of them that I follow, I love. Varna time waste nahi karti hu main.
Yeah.
I don't waste my time. I say, अच्छा ठीक है, time तो है नहीं, बहुत कम होता है time, तो उतने time में what you want to read and follow for people.
Yeah. We have to choose it.
Yeah. Sanjay Thampi's blogs are, you know, finance blogs. I don't understand finance. I'm Anguta Chap.
Learning it from them.
Totally. Because he makes it very simple.
Okay.
So the most boring stuff.
Yeah.
Amazing. Then of course there's Vishal Biru from Mauritius, which I don't know if he's not in the blog chatter circles and all that. But Vishal writes very well on entertainment.
Okay.
And NRI perspective, yeah, he writes very well on that. So his work also I like. So yeah, bahut sare hai yaar.
So I think we'll stop here. Otherwise, we'll make a list of the entire month now.
Yeah. 1 घंटा उसी में चला जाएगा.
Okay, thank you so much, Mayura. It was really wonderful talking to you. And thank you for taking out time and coming to my show.
No, thank you, because I don't know whether I fit into all your parameters or not, because ये तो मेरा first interview था as an author.
Yeah.
So difficult होता है to give interviews on something that is so emotional. So you managed to take out a lot of information from me. That's amazing.
Yeah.
You are an amazing.
Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed.
I loved it.
Okay, so people will be sharing all the links in the description of this video towards her books, her blog, everything. Please follow her work. She's been doing some amazing work there. And keep watching Razzmatazz with Rashi. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.